All right. Hey guys, this is take 3. Cannot seem to get my lighting. I have windows open. I have ring light. I have other lights. I don't know what the deal is today. So we're just going to go with it, and it is what it is. Welcome back. Hi. Hi. It's Cindy. This is the Scrappy Chick, and this is my little corner of Flosstube. It has been a few months, and I apologize for that. I had a lot of family stuff going on in the fall. And then it was, holiday time. I got a new puppy. She took up a lot of time. Work was kind of crazy. Work's always kind of crazy. So anyway, it's been a while. It's been since, I think, September since I've been on. Sorry. So we're going to start with a WIP Parade. That's honestly the easiest way to get right back into it. And then hopefully in the next week or two, I will do a normal Flosstube. So today I am just doing WIPs. I am not going to do any of the older ones that I had talked about abandoning. I am going to put those up for adoption, hopefully in the next Flosstube or two, and send those on to new homes. But I'm not going to go over that today. I'm not going to go over any of my finishes because I do have quite a few of those, as well as haul. I kind of went shopping crazy, I think, in like October and November. I was really good in January. I only bought one thing, but it was a floss club that I was already part of. I just re-signed up for it. So that doesn't count, right? Anyway, so I am going to jump right on in. Today is Sunday. No, I'm sorry. It's not. It's Saturday, February 1st of 2025. And welcome to my Flosstube. Sit down, grab a drink. I've got my coffee. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's never too late for coffee. And I have to go back through the few that I already did because of the lighting issues. So bear with me as I kind of back up. So first now in the pile is my sister sampler. And this is Ann Richardson. Okay, that lighting is way better already. Age 9 years. And this was a sal that I started with some, friends online. It was for Tiger Lily Carrie's birthday this last year. I did not make a ton of progress last year. I did pull it back out, honestly, a couple of days ago and worked a little bit because I've kind of been in the mood for this. There's where I'm at right now. Before I only had, I think, the top 2 rows. So I've done some more on that and then wanted to work my way down to the flower there because the flowers are the fun part, right? I am using the Vicki Clayton Silks, if I didn't say that. I'm stitching 1/2 on 36 count, and this is white clay from Fox and Rabbit, and it is living in that project bag by me. And if you will bear with me as I make my little stacks so it's not so difficult to put away, because it's not the funnest thing to figure out where all these go if they get put in the wrong pile or if they start falling over and all of that. So next one up is Let's Talk Stitching. This is from Hands On Design. And this is one I started probably a couple of years ago now. I want to do both. I want to do that one and the, I think it's called Let's Talk Quilting, because I think those would be really cute in my craft room. And instead of the black fabric, I am using Ancient Ruin. Also from Fox and Rabbit. There's a theme right here. This is on a 32 count, and I'm stitching 2/2. I think those colors are just really, really pretty. That's the floss for that. Those are all DMC. So that is that one. And that one is sharing space with another hands-on design. Oh, and again, here's the issue when you have to restart your Flosstube. It's not everything's in the right place. Okay. This is Spring Folk. Kathy has now done, I believe, all 4 seasons as well as Christmas, I think. So I think there's 5 of these. I have summer as well. I'm about halfway through Spring Folk. That's where I'm at on that. Love this stitch. I think those colors are so pretty. I did tweak my colors just a teeny bit. They are mostly hers, are very similar to the Called For DMC from Kathy. I haven't started on any of my specialty stitches yet. She does have a great video. Kathy gives great tutorials. I've been to in-person class, and she is amazing, but her video tutorials are just as amazing. So when I get to that, I will rewatch that video, and it's living in that project bag. So again, double projects in that bag. So let me put that to the side. And again, sorry, bear with me because I got off when I had to start back over. So my piles are kind of out of order. All right. Next up, All Is Calm. And this is from Plum Street Samplers. This is one of the ornaments that was in the Chantel's 141 ornament box this year. And I fell in love with this one. Had to do this one first. I didn't get that far because it came right when I was doing all my Jingle Ball stitching. But I did get some of those trees done. I think it's turning out really pretty on this light blue linen. This is a mystery linen that I got from a friend. It is living in this bag. And I do not have this floss on rings yet. I need to do that. So I won't show you the floss. All right. Oh, and that is, I think that's a 28 count linen. It's a very loose weave, and it's a combination of DMC and fancy floss that I'm stitching 2/2. All right, next, same project bag again for these. The first one, La Maison Sampler. This is from Trelly the Spanish Stitcher. I believe this was one of her first, if not her very first pattern. And I started this one with Katie, who is So Tattered, on Instagram and Flosstube. I need to get back to this. I love these really pretty neutral colors. I have just the spot for this one in one of my bathrooms, actually. There's some like word art hanging in there that's going to go great with that. And that's where I'm at on that one. Almost down to the roof. I'm stitching, oh, hang on. That one is all DMC as well. Again, really pretty colors. Not what I'm usually drawn towards, but I really liked it. This one is being stitched on 36 count affogato from Fiber on a Whim. And I'm doing 1/2 on that one. So that one is living in the bag with my blue flower projects, Spooky Autumn Smalls. And you've seen these a few times. I have already done, whoops, the moth. I did this one, I think spring of last year, honestly. And then this year, here's my WIP. I started the raccoon pumpkins down at the bottom. So I got about halfway on that. I started that really, honestly, kind of right at the very end of the fall. And there's the coloring. One was from the moth, and then the other is just the rest of them. I haven't put them all in one ring yet. But really fun, pretty colors. And I know somebody online had just finished one of these, even though it's not fall anymore. But I've kind of been in the mood for fall stitching. I've been doing some, and I'll show you that, you know, when I get to it. But anyway, so those are both living in that bag. You know, the moth. It just had to be. And let's see what that other one is. Oh, so the blue, sorry, is Ocean Sand from Atomic Ranch, and that is a 28 count linen. And that was the one with the moth and the raccoon. All right, next one out of the way. All right, next up. This one is from the Witchy Stitcher, and I'm going to have to insert a picture here because I didn't print out the cover. And this is where I'm at on that. Honestly, can't even remember the name of this one. Oops, sorry about that. But I love him. I think he's so cute. There's one more little guy over here I have to get to. There's the colors. This is what drew me to this. This is Cottage Garden Threads, which I absolutely love. And I love Witchy Stitcher. I was a member of her Patreon for a bit. I did drop out of that one. I can't be in all of them. But very, very fun, cute pattern. And that is living in this bag. And there's another one living in there that I haven't started yet. It's kitted up. And as I was saying, I will show you haul, kitted up stuff, finishes, and all of that in another video because this is just too much. I know it's been months, but it's better to just do one thing. So whips it is today. All right. I need to start a new pile. All right, next. All right. Next, I have Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee from Brenda Gervais. And I've got this one mostly done. I think that one is done. And then I've started on this one. And there's the other two on the back. This is a cute little book. Very cute little book. And I've just got them all on a big piece of fabric. So I'm pretty sure she's done. I still need to do a few odds and ends in here. And then I had started on the trick or treat when I just had some extra floss on my needle. And there's the colors for that. Very fun colors. I got this pattern, oh gosh, I kitted this up when I was down at Barefoot Needle Art 2.5, 3 years ago. It's been a minute. And I really haven't worked on it much. I did pull it out this last year for maybe a day or two. It was not long, but I did give it a little bit of love. So, you know, that's a good thing. And then living in that same bag is Autumn Alphabet. And this is from Willow Hill Samplings. Sorry, there's a water spot there. I love this. I started this, oh gosh, probably like 2020 or 2021. And I found a color conversion online. It's very similar. That's what I've got so far. I love this pumpkin. So pretty. Here's my colors. No idea what this fabric is. I am stitching 1/2, so it's probably a 36 count. But I've had that for a while, so I do not have record. Well, I do have record of it. I don't have it with me. I don't know. And then that's living in this project bag. That's one of the favorite ones I've ever made. Love it. All right, so let's put those to a side. Oh, and then sorry, the Brenda Gervais, I did not say. Sorry, this is R&R 36 count, and I believe it's Brenda's Brew. If not, is there one called Patriotic Brew? Something like that. It's one of the two. All right, so let's put that one aside. Next, grab the next bucket. All right. Next, I have, this is from Carriage House Samplings. And this is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I had started this previously on a neutral piece of fabric, and I was okay with it. I was kind of bored with all these colors, and then I saw somebody do it on purple. Had to do it on purple, and so I restarted it, and I waited until my friend Joni on Instagram, Joni Loves Stitching, she started it as well, and she started hers on purple, and I started in the middle this time so I could get some color pop. Got a good little amount of that done in early October. And then, you know, promptly put that aside, moved on to the next fun thing. And that's what I have floss ringed up so far. There's more colors to this. There's a ton in this one. All right, so let's put that one up and keep moving. I do need a quick coffee break, if you will excuse me for one sec. All right. Next, from Maximum Cross Stitch. This is September's Return. And this was a sal that was put on by Caroline at Evertote. And it's using Roxy Floss and Roxy Floss Co. linen as well. The linen is, I'm going to say, yep, Pantone. And I got 36 count. No. I got 32 count because I'm doing it 2/2. And this is where I got 2 in this one. I'm loving it. I love those little hills. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. So cute. Here are the beautiful Roxy Floss colors for that. No. And that is living in the bag because I did get the whole kit. Also from Evertote. So I'll put that one to the side and we'll keep moving. All right, next one. This is kind of pitiful. You can't really even tell. The next couple are kind of pitiful. This is Grimm's Haunt. This is one that I was just dying to start a couple of years ago, but I had so many other Halloween ones going on that I did not start it until, I believe, 12 by 12 last year. So in into 2023, or else it was in January. But Grimm's Haunt from Plum Street. And I'm working on the barn. I'm gonna go this way. Working on that Argyle. The colors are very pretty. Very fun. all DMC, I believe. Nope, there are some overdyes in there. And it has a cute little floss bling my friend Laura gave me. Love it. So cute. That is living in this project bag. All right. That one is being stitched, sorry, on 36 count. It's 1/2 threads, and I do not know what the fabric is off the top of my head. If anybody is curious about any of these fabrics, you are more than welcome to message me, and I will try and look it up for you, because I do, like I said, try to write them all down, and I try to keep up with it. I don't always do the best, but anything in the last probably 2 or 3 years I do have written down, so I can tell you what I used if you're curious. All right, hang on. Keep on moving. There's not enough room in here. All right, next is the greatest of these, and this one is Faith. This is one I started with Laura, who is Textile, and Hannah, the Pookie Needle. Not sure who else was stitching along, but they were doing a sow with this one. They're going to do actually all three. I may not. I got a little chunk done, and then, you know, as usual, squirreled off to something else. The colors are pretty. Nothing that I would normally pick, but that's actually the colors in the pattern. And I did the whole, I ordered the whole kit, I think off of 1-2-3 Stitch. So it is stitched on, 40 count Milk and Honey. And I don't do 40 count very often. I have a couple of projects on it. My eyes aren't great, so it's not my favorite for sure. But yeah, every once in a while. And that's living in this project bag. All right. Moving on. Is anybody keeping track for me? Because I have no idea how many we've got. I'll probably count them when we're done and see how many piles there were. All right, this is, sorry, can you see that? This is the day. Everybody pretty much knows what this one is, from Plum Street. I started this a few years back. Got a lot done on it and then got sidetracked. I have pulled this out this year as my Sunday stitch. I've worked on it 2 Sundays in January and then another middle of the week day. We're getting there. The house is almost done. Words are about half done. It's going to be beautiful. But, you know, there's just too many fun things. And it's living in a super old project bag. And there's the pretty flosses for that. And again, that's a mix of DMC and Fancy Floss, Classic Colorworks, and Weeks. And that one is being stitched on 36 count paper bark by Fox and Rabbit. And I'm doing 1/2 on that one. That weave is thin enough that I could have done 2/2. But at the time, I thought you had to do 1/2 on 36. So now I wished I had done it otherwise, but that's okay. I am way too far into it to start over. That is not going to happen. All right. Next. All right. Hold on. Goodness. Okay. I have piles everywhere. Sorry. There's just no easy way to do this. All right. Next is the Loose Feathers Stitch Along. This one is Summer. This is as far as I've gotten, very sadly. This is a stitch along being hosted by Christy and Callie, Floss Boss and Cousins, I believe on their Facebook group. And I got, good little ways into summer. And my friend Amy gifted me autumn because I couldn't find it at the time. And I do have winter, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So eventually I'll get that far and keep on working. I was actually working on this one just this morning, trying to get across and maybe work on winter. If I could just get across those letters, and then I could go ahead and work on winter and come back to fall. All right, so that is that one. And let's see. It is living in, here's the flosses. I did cave and get the Vicki Clayton silk conversion on that. So pretty. They're a mess. My flosses are always a hot mess. And it's living in that. Plenty of room for all of my patterns. All right, all 3 of my patterns in there. All right, this next one, y'all give me some advice. I keep coming back to this out. I pulled this out a few weeks ago, and this is Wildflowers from Barbara Anna Design. I wanted to do this for my granddaughter, but her cats are like a white, like a snowy white with some beige and taupe kind of in them. And then I can't do these in white then because that just is going to be too much white. I did start it on a darker piece of fabric. I think this is cobblestone. And I was trying to do the green. So these are part of the colors. There's a couple of other brighter ones as well. I'm pretty committed to these colors because these are the colors in my granddaughter's bedroom. Hang on. Here's the rest of the colors. So there are a couple of brighter greens. And I don't know if I should go back and do just the cat in the whites and do the leaves in the green. Or I don't know if I should just abandon the whole thing, do it for me, and do the cat in black like it's called for. I have no idea, but the white and the white's throwing me. So if anybody has any advice, let me know, because I would love to get working back on him again. He's so cute, and I know that Emmy would love to have him if I could ever get him going. So advice welcome. All right, next up, Artsy Housewife, Weeds and Wildflowers. And this is one that was, Caroline from Evertote was doing a birthday sale, her 50th birthday sale. And it started maybe back in the fall, and I never started it. I had too many other things going on. But I started this month, and I have been absolutely loving it. It's very fun to stitch on. So this is where I am on this one. This was the kit with all the called for. That's where I am. I've gotten across the top, and the moth is about halfway done. Started down the sides. I don't know if you can see how pretty those colors are. Whoops. That fell on the floor. Very neutral, but very retro, with that chartreuse and the navy and this kind of beigey colors. Really, really pretty. But this is what I keep getting called back to this one. I'm just really in the mood for it. So again, those are all Roxy Floss Co. The linen is Buttercup. I opted for 32 counts, so I'm doing 2/2. And I'm doing, yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's living in this project bag. I'm squirreling, sorry. It's bad. It is bad. All right, next. Okay, in this bag, I have a working copy of Sting Like a Bee, and I haven't made one yet of Float. I haven't really started that one. Sting Like a Bee is the one I was doing with my daughter when we got together, and she kind of stalled out on it, and I was only working on it when I was with her. But I probably should just go ahead and finish it if she's not going to join in on it with me. But I love it. It's so pretty. The colors are very fun. Those are right here. All DMC for those. Same colors for Float and for Sting. And that's living in this bag, which I made for us. Actually, I've made all these bags except for, I think there's one or two from Evertote, and the rest are on me, I believe, if you're curious. Okay, I'm going to put that one aside. All right, next up, this was, on the cover, fairy tale book. This was put out by Starlight Stitchery, and it had a lot of different designers. This one is Sprouting Lupine, the Briar. It's so pretty. I did start on that one. I'll show you that. Just got that top corner done. The pinky burgundy is so pretty. The fibers are Forbidden Fiber Company and a couple of DMCs. The linen is 32 count weathered stone from Atomic Ranch. And it's kind of a grayish, bluish, almost got like a grungy greenish underneath. It's really pretty, really pretty. But there's a lot of different designs in here. There's some others I would like to do. Noctifloral. And that one's fun. Mirror. Don't know what I would do with those, but they're really cute. Anyway, so that is that project. Not very much progress on that, but that's okay. And it is living in this one. It's one of my top fold bags. All right, I put that to the side and keep moving. Next, I have another Brenda Gervais booklet. This is the Snowball. And I have, let's see, I've done this one, working on this one, and I don't even see the other one. Anyway, I'll show you. Okay, so that's the one I'm working on, the little portrait. That's the other one, a little snow globe. Isn't he cute? I really need to get these made into little pillows and then to let it snow. So this is 36 count Brenda's Brew from R&R Fabrics. I am stitching that 1/2 with all the called for, which is, I believe, mostly DMC or all DMC. I think that's all DMC. So that is that one. We'll keep on moving forward. All right. Next is Strawberry Fair, and this is from October House Fiber Arts. And this was one that the Sarahs, I believe, had started this at a retreat. Stitchy Sarah Reeds and I can't remember her name. Anyway, a few of them had started this, and I jumped in on this one for the Strawberry Moon Stitch Along, which Marjorie Maid hosted. Didn't get very far on that, but I think that was really fun. Here's the colors. And that is a 32 count. I think that's Lapin Loops, but I'm not for sure on that one. Project bag that it's living in. All right. Time to keep moving. I have to grab a big bin off the floor, so I'm going to pause again. All right. I'm back. We're going to keep going. Okay, next. Another Barbarina Designs. This one is Garden of Dreams. I think all of these little girls are so cute, so fun. And I am stitching this 2/2 on, no clue. I'd have to pull out my notebook to figure it out. That's where I am. Just getting to the top of her hair. All DMC. And she is so great at picking fun colors. I love her stuff. Absolutely love it. And that is Lemon in this one. All right. That's Barbariana. Next. Yeah, I ironed them all and piled them up, and then I have all the bags separate, but everything keeps trying to fall off the top of the bags. I didn't want to take the time to grab it each time out of all the stuff out of the bag, because that kind of takes a while and a lot of crinkling. This is A Buzz at Midnight from Hello from Liz Matthews. I love this one. So fun. I'm itching to get back on this too. I'm actually doing this one instead of on a blue linen. I am doing a lavender. You can see how pretty those colors pop. And I had pulled Cottage Garden Threads when I was down at the beach from Barefoot Needle Art, because I thought the colors would be really fun, and I really wanted to use that one on the flowers. I was like, ooh, how pretty would that be? So that's what I did. And that's living in this bag. All right. That is being stitched, 2/2 on 36 count Under the Sea linens, and the fabric name is Lavender Tea. And again, there we go. Really pretty cut. All right. Next, this is a Blackbird Designs. This one is Midnight Watch. Started this one a few years back. Sorry. Very disorganized. I'm not much further than I was on this last year at this time. Worked a little bit on it this last year, but not much. Here's the coloring. I'm stitching 1/2, and this is on 36 count Duxbury from Fox and Rabbit. And it is living, sorry, in that project bag, or project folder, sorry. Okay. Here is an ongoing one. This was a sal that, and I'll pop a picture right here. This is from Plum Street Samplers, American Welcome. And this is a sal that I'm hosting along with, oh gosh, in no particular order, Amy Swillhart on Instagram, AES something or another. I can't remember her call name. Laura Textile Crafts. And all of the rest of them are on Instagram as well as Flosstube. Hannah the Pokey Needle, Joy the Carolina Stitchers, and Christy and Callie Floss Boss and Cousins. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I hope I'm not. I really feel like I'm forgetting somebody. But anyway, there's other people stitching with us, and we're doing this over the course of a year. We divided it up. And that's how far I've got on that. I am pretty much right on track. I was a couple hundred stitches short for the couple of months like November, December. But I was trying to catch back up on this month or January and February, so that I'll be on track to finish before Memorial Day. That is being stitched 1/2. There's the colors. Those are all color and cotton. And I'm stitching that on 36 count Winter Brew from R&R. I love the water. I think that's my favorite part. That's the part I was dreading stitching. I love those little sailboats. They're so cute. I was looking most forward to the flowers, and all those leaves are driving me insane. I don't know why. I'm getting bored with them, I guess. But anyway, it has been, overall a fun stitch. So I just moved on down to the parts where I wanted to be. And then I'll come back and do some more flowers a little later. All right. Next. This is Peace on Earth Sampler from Cottage Garden Samplings. And don't let this deceive you. It looks small. It's not. This is where I am on that. I don't think I made any progress on this one this year. I might have pulled it out 1 or 2 days. Actually, I think I did pull it for Floss Boss and Cousins Heiferboard. I think I pulled it 1 month and worked 3 or 4 days on it. But that was it. And I'm stitching 1/2. Pretty sure that's an Atomic Ranch. Just from the thread on the edge. But I'm not for sure. Again, can find out if anybody's curious. And it is coexisting in the bag with Frederick. And he is from Carriage House Samplings. I love him. Oh, he was my birthday start a couple years ago, and I didn't get very far. I don't know why. I really don't know why. All I've worked on is the border. I haven't touched this one this year. But the colors are all, the floss is all MPI silks, which I have not done on floss drops. I need to do that. But I just love the red in him. He's so pretty. And then he has a matching, he has a girlfriend, Frederica. I don't have her. I need to get her to you. Those are both living in this project bag, project folder. Again, a top fold. All right. Put those to the side. And moving on. All right, next. This was a 12 by 12 start. I did not do 12 by 12 this last year. It was, well, I had to work New Year's Eve, honestly. But it was just too much to start 12 new projects and proceed to not really put any stitches in most of them. I think I only finished one of the ones from that year. I love this one though. And this is Go Tell It on the Mountain from Heartstring Samplery. I have a pine conda. The colors are really pretty. No idea what that linen is. It was just something out of my stash. But I do love the pattern, and I need to get back on that one. Just like I need to get back on all these. It doesn't really stress me out that I have so many. The only thing that ever stresses me sometimes is trying to figure out which one I'm going to work on, because there's so many that I'm going to work on. But I enjoy starting them. I enjoy working on them. I'm bad about finishing. I think I've said that before. But I did do quite a few finishes this last year, so we'll talk about that next Flosstube. Okay, next up, Goody Gremlin. I did make some good progress on this one this year. I started this the fall before last with my friend Laura, Textile Crafts. We did a Plum Street pumpkin south, and I got quite a bit more of this house done this year, and this, the tail, I started over there. So there's really honestly not a ton more. I could probably finish this up in a couple weeks. It's just not calling me right now. I love it, but and it calls me, but it's not calling me as much as some of my other ones. The Weeds and Wildflowers right now. It's very fall, but it's been calling me like crazy. I don't know why. All right, that's in that one. Another one of my favorite bags I ever made. All right, next. Now we're getting into some old ones. These are from Tiny Modernist, and this is Summer Signs. And I've talked about this before. I have this plan to put them in a line on board for my camper because the colors kind of sort of match. This is the one. I haven't put any stitches in on this in probably 2 years. Sunshine, and then the next two are finished, and that is Sand in the Air and Ocean Breeze. That's my favorite one, I think. But they're so cute. I have a little plan, put them all side by side, and I have the board and everything. I just don't really want to stitch on 14 count Ada anymore. That's the issue. So I just need to make myself do that so I can get them up and enjoy them, right? Great. Okay. Here's another one on 14 count Ada, but I don't want to give up on him because he's almost done and it's rolled around to this time of year. So I really need to get him out and finished because there's not much. And this is a little gnome. Isn't he cute? I want to say he's Croquette Go-Go, maybe. I don't think I have a picture that doesn't have the chart. And it is Croquette Go-Go. But almost done. I just need to get him done. He's so cute. All right. I don't even have the floss on drops for that one. But again, that's 14 count Ada. So yeah, not my favorite. All right, next. Another Blackbird. And this one is from Sweet Land of Liberty. And it is this one, which is, I can't remember the name, Salute to Abigail. And I did work quite a bit on this one this last year, for about a month. Worked on that center and finished the border up. I'm using Dinky Dyes on that, Dinky Dyes Silk, sorry. 1/2 on 40 count dark cobblestone. And that's living in this bag. Love it. Need to get back to this one. I would really love to finish that one this year. There's a few I'd love to finish. There's a lot I'd love to finish. Who are we kidding? All right, next. Star Spangled Ornaments. Those are so cute. It's the tins that make them so cute. Little pie tins with bows. And I'm not really any further than I was last time I showed you this. That one's done. And that one's half done. And that's as far as I got, but it was a Fat Quarter Shop booklet. The colors are pretty. I love 4th of July. And I don't know, don't feel inspired to pick it up for whatever reason. But I would like to get those up in like a little garland hanging in my house somewhere because I think it'd be a really cute little garland, right? All right, hang on. I'm going to put stuff down again. There is simply not enough room. All right, next. Here's one I don't have the pattern for. Well, I don't have the cover photo. This is Stitchy Stars from Holt. And instead of doing it across, I opted to make it a 9 patch. So I have to come up with 2 more stars from other of her patterns, which I know I have one, and I think I have another one. Colors are very, very pretty. Week Style Works. I do love this one. I really do want to get this one done. That is most likely on 25 count prim from Lori Holt, I believe. There's the guide for that one. All right, next. Now here's a series. I also haven't worked on this year, and I was really trying to make myself do these. This one is Honeybee from Blackbird Designs. It's the Garden Club series, and I have a few of them. Yeah, it's the only one I started. Haven't gotten back to it, and I really need to. I got half of it done, half of the first one. I can't decide if I want to actually put them in frames, sew them together, do little pillows. That's part of it. Colors are really pretty. I keep stealing floss. I had them all for 2 or 3 of them, and I keep stealing floss from that pile. Here's the bag. That one's living in. All right. Moving on. I'd say we're almost done. We're not almost done, but we're getting close. All right, next. This one needs to get finished today because it is February 1st, and it is almost done. I'm not going to grab out the pattern because it's almost done. This is February, the month-to-month barns from Stitching with the Housewives, and there's literally just a little more blue and I think a little bit in here, and it's done. I probably won't even do the little tart that goes with it, just so I can get it done, get it displayed. I also have 2 more from them. They're almost done. One is September, and the other is October. I have finished 3 or 4 of these, and I do display them, and I like the way they look, so I really just need to finish these other ones up and be done, and not keep putting it off. Especially February, right? All right, here's another February that this was the Heartfelt Stitch Along. And I think I showed you this at my mid-year WIP Parade, that it's supposed to go all the way across. There's like 5 rows, and I said, oh, I could just finish this one up and make a little board and be done with it. The colors are cute, they're fun. I have the quilt top also done, but not quilted. I did get some batting. I need to quilt that because, again, it's February 1st and Valentine's is in 13 days. So I have no excuses. That one needs to get done. Another Fat Quarter Shop Stitch Along from the year before was Serendipity. Again, almost done. I don't think there's very much, maybe 1 more row on that. The colors are fun. They're pretty. Don't know where I'll put that one, but it's almost done. So I just need to get it done, right? Right. Way too far to give up now. Some of these things that I am going to give up, I know I'm never going to stitch on, and there's quite a bit left to stitch on. Some of these that I'm not inspired to stitch on that are almost done, I really just need to suck it up and do it and get them done so I can enjoy them. All right, next. This is, oh, here it is in the front too. The basket from Loose Feathers of 2013 from Blackbird Designs. Almost done. Got put in a pile and forgotten about. I have a handful of, here's the pretty colors for that. I have a handful of strawberry and Americana pillows that I need to make in my finishing pile. It's my strawberry bag. That is mystery linen. It looks like it's stitched 1/2, I believe. Not positive, but I believe so. Alrighty. Next. Alright, here's one I was working hot and heavy on, and I love it. I need to just get in the notion to finish it up, and it's probably going to be on a beach trip when I finish this up. I'll just take it with me and take nothing else, and that is the Aquarium. So this was from Lola Crow Cross Stitch. I think I got all but the last maybe 4 weeks done, maybe 5. 3, 4, 5, something like that. Not a ton. So fun. I love it. There's fun colors for that one. And I'll try and think to insert a picture here of what it looks like. Mostly done. That one is being stitched on 32 count pistachio from Needlewing. And I love that color. I think I need to get more of it. And that's the bag that it's living in. Is it upside down? Upside down. All right. That's that one. I can see that table. That's a good sign, right? Right? All right. Next. This one is from Annie B's Folk Art. Finally Fall. And this was a piece that I was gifted, I guess, at an Annabella's retreat. It was an online retreat. Did not get far with this, but I love these colors, especially that teal. That's the coloring. I need to work on that just so I can manipulate these colors because they're beautiful. And that one is being stitched on I believe that's on a 40 count. Don't remember what it is. There's the bag. I'm pretty sure that I had picked a 40 count for that one. All right, put that aside. I think all of my piles are getting ready to topple over. It's really sad. Okay. Next, Jeanette Douglas Designs. This is Trim the Tree. This was one of the releases from Jingle Ball year before last. And I have literally just got the border. Not even the border. Started on the border. But I love the colors. I love the little ornaments. One that really needs to get done this year. And that's living in a super old project bag by me. Alright, put that one aside. I think I'm down enough to get the whole stack actually on the table at one time, so hang on. So this means we're definitely nearing the end. Yay! Alright, this is a Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. I do not have the pattern printed out. He's got, it was a free one. He's got poinsettias down at the bottom. I need to finish the tree, and then there's some snowflakes and some lights. And he's pretty much almost done. Very fun. And again, that was a free pattern on, don't remember where I found it. I think I found it on Instagram or on Pinterest maybe. Living in an old bag. Excuse me. All right. Then next I have, I guess we're in the Christmas section now. And again, I didn't pull these out in order, but I think what happened was they were stored together. A lot of the fall ones, a lot of the Christmas ones, a lot of the patriotic ones. But this is Snow Village from Country Cottage Needleworks. I always get mixed up Country Cottage and Little House. And I've got mostly 3 of them done. Started on that 4th. I think I worked a teeny bit on this last year. I do have a ton of those patterns. I have them marked like top center, left corner, top left corner, or whatever. That is being stitched 2/2 on, I have no idea what that is. I think it was Kimberly's conversion from Fat Quarter Shop the year she did this stitch along. I don't recall. Again, I do have it written down if you're curious, but I don't have it in front of me. All right, and living in the same bag is Farmhouse Christmas, and this one is Little House Needleworks. Joy inspires me to get this one out. She's got like 5 blocks done, and I need to get this out and work on it. I just don't like the linen. I really don't want to start over at this point. I really don't like stitching on this linen. But the colors are pretty. It's fun. I've got quite a few more of these patterns. And the floss is a mess, so I'm not going to show you the floss. But that is Little House Needleworks Farmhouse Christmas. I am doing it as a big set, and I am going to do the frame all the way around it whenever I get around to finishing that. And if I did not say I'm doing 2/2 on that one, it looks to be maybe a 28 count linen, super loose. That's one of the reasons I really don't care for it at all. All right, next. Another one that is almost done, because I'm just ridiculous about these things. This is from Primrose Cottage Stitches, Christmas Rules. And I think I'm missing the rest of Drink Hot Chocolate and either one or two more at the top. Not much at all. Can't tell you how many times I've put that on my list of I need to finish this month, but do I? Yeah. Another old bag. All right. Another one, almost done. Milk and Cream Company. I don't know what my problem is with this one. I don't want to do the whatever one. That's my problem. I know exactly what my problem is. This is from Plum Street Samplers. And again, it is literally almost done. I think it's just some whatever one. And that's it. How sad is that? Very sad. Love it. Love it, love it. It already has its spot in the kitchen and everything to go with, yeah. Oh, get my thread back. Oh gosh. I'm going to lose needles on my table. That's not good. All right, next. This one is another Hawk Run Hollow. And I would love to do all of these. Absolutely all of them. This one is Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm doing this as a 4-year stitch along. Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher started this. I am behind. By the end of February, I'm supposed to have 3 blocks. I have not quite 2. But this is a very stitch intensive block. The next one that I'm going to do is going to be that one. So that shouldn't take much. And then I won't be terribly behind, right? A little behind's okay, but I don't want to be terribly behind. I do want to keep up or then I won't end up doing it. This is being stitched on, I think it's called Persimmon, maybe. Oh gosh, I don't remember the name of this. But I love it. It is a Fiber on Whim and cannot remember the name of it. But it's a 32 count because I wanted to do 2 over 2. Those colors are very fun and pretty. All right, move that to the side. I think there's only 2 more. Nope, 3 more. I lied. We're almost done. Okay, next, Winter Moon. This is another year-long stitch along, and I believe it was Annie B's that put this together. And you're supposed to do a quarter of a page each month for the first 2 pages, and then the last pages. The last 2 pages are a half page each because they're not full pages. So I got my top corner and then my second corner. I'll come down a little bit. I'm kind of cheating a little that way and a little this way, but I'm a little behind right there. So it's right at a half a page, which is where I should be. I love it. Love these colors. I'm actually itching to go ahead and get on my February stitching on this one. I don't know why it's Christmas, but this is one of them that's calling me. So I think I might go ahead and get my assignment done sooner than later because I want to. And that's living in this little bag. All right, 2 more. Yay! All right, here's another that is super close to done. And I almost pulled it out of my pile yesterday to work on it, but I was like, no, it's buried in the pile. Let's not pull it out. This is Lovely Hearts from Textilly. And I am stitching this with the call for NBIs. There's 3 kind of mulberry colors. Oops, that's where I'm at on that. A couple of afternoons of stitching and that should be done, right? Just in time for Valentine's. That is being stitched on 40 count silver something. This is Weigart, if that helps. And it's 40 count, but that's all I remember. And I am so sorry. And that is living in that bag. All right, and then one more. Yay, we're done. Okay, I have to insert a picture of this one as well. This is can't think the name of it. It's Artsy Housewife. It was in her Patreon, and it is one of the tier 3s from, I believe, September, October. Totally can't remember the name of it, but that's where I am. I'm loving that border. It's very fun. The raven's taking forever. Colors are gorgeous. Again, those are Roxy Flosco. I love my Roxy Flosco. They are so fun. That's my new favorite, I think. Let's put it in this bag. All right, that's it. Yay! Can you believe it? All right, so I have no idea how many that is. I might edit and come back and tell you. And then other than that, I'm going to come back in a week or two and do a regular floss tube with a regular update. But right now, I get to clean my mess up. Not fun. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for sticking with me. Those that had subscribed and haven't seen me in forever. I appreciate it. Those of you that are new, please consider subscribing. I am going to do better this year. Life's in a much better place than it was last year so that I can keep doing floss tubes. I only do every 2 to 3 weeks. It's not that often. But anyway, I appreciate you joining me. Please hit like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Leave me some love. That would be awesome. I will see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.